My sister slept with my boyfriend, and I sent her a really cruel message that I don't regret at all. I would like to preface this by stating that I'm writing this on the second day of February of the year 2024. Sorry, but this post will have a lot of bad energy and I'm terrible at writing in English. So, if anyone is going to read the post, I am sorry for all the grammatical errors that are likely going to be in the post. I'm a woman and I'm 25 years old. So, a few days ago, I found out that my sister, who is 24, has been sleeping with my boyfriend, now ex, who is 25 and is a male. We dated for 3 years, or probably more. They always had a close relationship, but I obviously took it as something innocent. I don't like video games, but my sister does, so they talk a lot by text, and I thought that it was about games they like until I found out that nope, they talked about their secret dates while I was working and in college. I found out pictures, videos, and a lot of other disgusting things in the chat between my ex and my sister. My pathetic sister found pleasure in asking my pathetic ex all the time if she's smarter or prettier than me. She even compared our private parts. We are both pretty. She's actually thinner and prettier than me, and even if she is an introvert, she has a group of friends, so I really don't understand where she got so much venom towards me. Our parents never compared us or anything like that, and she was always the one asking my ex to compare both of us in the chats. The first thing I did was throw all my ex-boyfriend's things out of the apartment. I insulted him in 1,000 ways, and I kept the PC that I gave him for Christmas. I didn't speak a single word to my sister for over a week, and she didn't contact me like the coward she is, until yesterday when she sent me a message tried to justify herself by saying that it was a mistake. Yes, a mistake that lasted more than a year, and that I should forgive her because we're sisters and blah 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 blah. At one point I thought, should I be the mature person in the situation who doesn't let resentment speak for her? But then I realized that I've never been that kind of person. I took my phone and I wrote a long message to my sister that I would love to write here, but I'm sure that I would break the rules since I call her out in every possible way, and I wrote a lot of personal things too. I told her how much of a failure she is and how she has always envied me, and that's why she needed to feel what it's like to be me for a second of her sad life. She sent me a voice message crying and saying that she's in a very weak moment mentally, but she's still with him, Lamau. And I shouldn't make her feel worse and that she regrets it. I just reacted to her message with this emoji of a crying face with tears on it, and didn't even hear the long voice message until the end. Was it a low thing to attack her with all her flaws? Yes, but it's lower to betray your sister and believe that she's going to forgive you just because you share blood with her. Honestly, I really feel good after sending her that message and feel that it was therapeutic to take out everything I feel, to give closure to that. By the way, I've never used a PC for gaming, but I'm looking for tutorials on YouTube about how to download The Sims. I helped my sister in every moment of her life. I literally fought for her when she was being bullied during high school. I helped her thousands of times to make friends. I even accompanied her everywhere she wanted. It is a betrayal that really hurts, and I will never forgive. Never. It hurts me that she slept with someone I loved. But it hurts me a lot, all the things I read in those chats. How she enjoyed watching him compare me to her, or how she asked him about personal things, about our relationship, just to laugh at it. She's dead to me, and my parents know it. I don't even care if I'm a bad person like them. This is something I can't forgive, and I don't even feel bad for my reaction. And in case anyone is wondering, this is the message. But before I do that, I would like to thank you all for the nice comments that you left me. Many wrote to me with tips for The Sims, and I'm really grateful. Thanks for the game recommendations, even though I'm really bad at playing action games. The last action game I played was Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 2 long time ago, and it was because I had a crush with Leon Kennedy. He would never cheat on me, by the way. As a token of appreciation, and because I also like it when the OP uploads the whole gossip, I will put here half of the message I sent to my sister. The message I sent her was really long, and I cut out the parts where I talk about very private things, or when I insulted her. This is to make the post not too uncomfortable, because I was really hurt and angry at the moment, and I talked about many personal things in the text. I will put the copy of the message in the end if someone talks Spanish. I'm sorry if it sounds weird in English, as I did my best to translate it, and I had to remove a lot of parts. The message goes as follows. I'm not interested in hearing any of your excuses. I believed you when you had this particular problem that you and your ex-friend group happened, because I really trusted that you would never do something like that. But now, I understand why everyone leaves you alone, and you deserve it. What you did to me is a shit, and you know it, but you didn't care because you spent a year being the whore of my ex, without any shame, and now that I found out everything, you went days without talking to me because you're a coward, and on top of that, you still don't care about what you did to me. You're only talking to me because Dad probably stopped talking to you, and you're running out of money. So you want to fix this shit so he gives you money again. You were always an asshole. But don't you think it's a lot to be my boyfriend's second woman? How little respect do you have for yourself? We're sisters! I don't even know what's going on your head right now because I don't understand what's wrong with you. Girl, I read all the messages between you and him, and you started comparing our bodies? You're sick! You know that I never did anything for you to do this to me, and I loved you. But everything turned out really well for you because he's with you. So enjoy that feeling and the love you two have for the other for now, because you're going to be really lonely later. And you are going to go back to your cave, but this time I'm not going to be there to pity you like every time I did before. Stay with him. There's nothing that interests me less than fighting for an idiot who is surely going to leave you. But let me make it clear to you that you are not going to hear about me again. This dies here. We are not sisters anymore. If I see you on the street, then I'm going to cross to the opposite sidewalk to not see you. And by the way, I forgot to add, I am from Argentina. In case anyone is wondering, and for the sake of bilingualism, here is the exact text I sent to this woman in my native language. I'm going to read this one for you as well.
No, es que no me interesa escuchar ninguna de tus excusas. Yo te creí cuando pasó lo de ya sabes quién y lo de ya sabes qué y con quién. O sea, vos ya sabés de qué problema y a quién me refiero. Porque la verdad confié en que vos nunca harías algo así. Pero ahora entiendo el por qué es que todos te dejan sola y te lo mereces, la verdad. Lo que me hiciste es una cagada y vos lo sabes. Pero es que eso no te importó. Porque estuviste un año siendo la trola de Pancracio, sin ninguna vergüenza. Y ahora que ya me di cuenta de todo de todo esto, o sea, estuviste días sin hablarme. Porque te cobardaste. Y encima te sigue sin importar lo que me hiciste. Solamente me estás hablando porque papá seguramente te cortó el rostro. Y estás quedando sin pisto. Así que quieres arreglar tu cagada para que te vuelvan a depositar. Eso es lo que estás haciendo. Siempre fuiste una pamada, fracasada. Pero no, o sea, ¿no te parece un montón rebajarte a ese nivel de ser la segunda de mi novio? Tampoco respeto te tenés a vos misma. O sea, somos hermanas. No sé en qué diablos está pasando por tu cabeza. Porque, o sea, no entiendo qué te pasa. Leí todos los mensajes entre ustedes. Te ponías a comparar nuestros cuerpos. O sea, estás loca. Estás enferma. Vos sabés que yo nunca te hice nada para que vos me hagas esto. Y yo te quería. Igual te salió bien. Porque él está con vos. Así que disfruta ahora ese supuesto amor. Ese supuesto amor que se tiene. Porque después te vas a quedar sola, de verdad. Y vas a volver a tu cueva. Pero esta vez no voy a estar yo para tenerte lástima. Como siempre hice antes. Anda, quédate con él. No hay nada que me interese menos que pelear por un idiota que seguramente te va a dejar. Pero que te quede claro de que de mí no vas a volver a escuchar. Aquí se murió, no somos más hermanas. Y si te veo en la calle, o sea, me cruzo de vereda.
And if in case, and if it wasn't clear enough, here's the same audio again. Here I repeat it again. In Spanish, of course.
No me interesa escuchar ninguna de tus excusas. Yo te creí cuando pasó lo de ya sabes qué y con quién. Vos ya sabes de qué problema y a qué me refiero. Porque de verdad confié en que vos nunca harías algo así, pero ahora entiendo por qué todos te dejan sola y te lo mereces. Lo que me hiciste es una cagada y vos lo sabes, pero no te importó, porque estuviste un año siendo la trola de Pancracio sin ninguna vergüenza. Y ahora me enteré de todo. Estuviste días sin hablarme porque sos re cagona. Y encima te seguí sin importar lo que me hiciste. Solamente me estás hablando porque papá te cortó el rostro y te estás quedando sin plata. Así que querés arreglar tu cagada para que te vuelvan a depositar. Siempre fuiste una pelotuda fracasada, pero ¿no te parece un montón rebajarte a ese nivel de ser la segunda opción de mi novio? Tampoco respeto te tenés a vos misma. Somos hermanas, no sé ni qué diablos está pasando por tu cabeza, porque posta no entiendo qué te pasa. Flaca, leí todos los mensajes entre ustedes y que ponías a comparar nuestros cuerpos. Estás re enferma. Vos sabes que yo nunca te hice nada para que vos me hagas esto. Y te requería. Igual te salió re bien. Porque él está con vos así. Que disfrutas ahora ese amor que se tienen. Porque después te vas a quedar sola de verdad. Y vas a volver a tu cueva. Pero esta vez no voy a estar yo para tener lástima, como siempre hice antes. Quédate con él. No hay nada que me interese menos que pelear por un idiota que seguramente te va a dejar, pero que te quede claro que de mí no vas a volver a escuchar. Acá, muérete. Acá muere. No somos más hermanas. Y si te veo en la calle, me cruzo de vereda.
Sleeping with your boyfriend for 1 year is a betrayal with a purpose. Now that you've sent her a message, do yourself a favor and don't talk to her again. Indifference and moving on is a great revenge.
Indifference is the best payback. Going away and living a full, happy life is the best revenge.
Trust me, Indifference will definitely now be my second name.
At least your ex showed he was a piece of shit before you got married, and so now you have the opportunity to find someone who actually appreciates you. Sounds like an upgrade if you ask me.
To be honest, the relationship was already going bad in some ways, although that doesn't justify what he did, so I don't feel too bad for breaking up. I took out the trash.
Going bad, it's still never an excuse to cheat. If he had the slightest bit of respect for you as a human being, then he would just break up. Good riddance. People often say, how you lose them is how you got them. So I wouldn't be surprised if she came crying to you one day about him cheating on her.
At least your ex showed he was a POS before you got married, so now you have the opportunity to find someone who actually appreciates you. Sounds like an upgrade, if you ask me.
Good for you. I was cheering for you while I was reading this. Perpetrator only makes themselves a victim when they wanted to. Please inform your parents of the event. Do not let her play victim more and throw you under the bus and beg the bus to hit you more times.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. They already know everything. Neither of them are on her side, and they respect that I want to cut off all contact with my sister. My parents are really strict, so I think they're going to cut contact with her too, but that's their decision. I don't want to get into that and cause problems.
I would tell my family and all her friends. They all need to know, okay? They all need to know what a horrible person she is, and that their BFs slash fiancés slash husbands aren't safe around her.
What do your parents have to say about this mess? How is she justifying a year of cheating with her sister's boyfriend and keeping him?
My mother was disgusted, and my father was angry, but they only comforted me until I left their house. I don't know what they talked to my sister about afterwards, and I don't want to ask, but they will probably cut contact with her. She just said that it was a mistake, and in the voice message she only talked about how weak she feels mentally and that she has been having anxiety attacks. Even though I didn't hear the full audio because it lasts more than 4 minutes and I was getting even more pissed off with her, just wanting to be the victim. So I stopped the audio almost in the end. She explained why she said all those ugly things about me, because everything was about her having anxiety attacks.
Sleeping with your boyfriend for 1 year is betrayal with a purpose. Now that you've sent her a message, do yourself a favor and don't talk to her again. Indifference and moving on is a great revenge.
Frankly, I suggest that you block her on everything.